Alright, we catch everybody up. We got our piece in for our pressure regulator plug. It's a 3/8 NPT plug. I got it from Vibrant Performance. I've been using all their stuff, so I'm going to keep using it. But I come out yesterday to got everything ready, checking and my fuel pressure leaks and or any of that, and I don't have any. I think yet because I can't get the car to crank. I don't know what happened with the car now. Something's went up with the box, I think. Um, I don't know. The spark's down. I got nothing to the coil pack, and the box is coming on the 6L box. I've checked all my parts, and so I don't really know yet what's happened with the car. But I got it out. We're not using a whole lot of this 6L box. I just used just to the ignition, all to the distributor and to the coil pack, and that's it. And then honestly, I don't know what's happened unless something happened with the box. Dad thinks maybe, I don't know if because the garage gets a lot of moisture in here and sweats, and don't know if that might have got it. But I don't see where that would have got it though. It is killing me. I have come in here for a simple, putting in an extra air to fuel ratio gauge, and then went from that to the car completely flooding out to putting a new pressure regulator in it or on it for the first time ever. So I don't know what changed there with the car until now. It won't even fire up because we fired it up the day after we got the air to fuel ratios working and everything was completely fine. Then the car started flooding out super bad, so it's led us up to this. And then now it won't fire. So I don't know. But me and Dad's out here checking. So let me get back at it. What are you testing there?
I'm checking the primary and the secondary one and the coil. So on the primary, it reads right. On your secondary, it ain't reading nothing.
Does it got to be firing for it? It should just read it all.
This should be unplugged just like it is. Like I said, I'm on the MSD website. Secondary resistance is measured between the coil plus terminal and the tower where the plug wire plugs onto it. Should be somewhere between 200 and 14,000 ohms, which is a huge range, but I mean, that's fine.
That's why it kept blowing my damn light when I was doing it.
But it's got nothing right there, so that it said. And even if I reverse my terminals, I got nothing.
We are still chasing no crank scenario with the car. We went over and it's got 831 on the resistance of the coil pickup. We've tested that, and the way I'm assuming I'm getting power because as soon as I throw the ignition switch over there to that, I jump it. But shouldn't, if it was working anyways, throwing a single, shouldn't it blow it anyways? Or even if it was sending single to the coil and the secondary not picking up, it wouldn't send a false.
We'll see what it does. So you got a primary and a secondary.
Yeah.
Make sure I get this right because it's been a long time. But so the primary, that receives a signal from the distributor, and that charges and causes the field to break down in the secondary, which is actually what causes it to fire. So your secondary is where your actual fire comes from. That's where the spark for the spark plug happens.
Yeah.
So if that's not working, you're not getting any spark. So yeah, you can have a good primary and a bad secondary, just like you can have a bad primary and a good secondary. The primary is testing right in between where it says. Dead on, it says between 0.3 and 0.7. Well, we're getting 0.6, which is what I would expect from one that's basically new. But the secondary, I'm not getting anything. that means that should mean that on the secondary there's either a short or the windings are broken or something. Try something else to make sure that's. Okay.
So it's just a sitting on there.
It's just the scale, yeah. Mine adjusts automatically. It just has 2 on settings and it adjusts.
Yeah, that's
adjusts automatically.
One from the damn parts house. Yeah. It's not the best one in the world.
So 20,000. Test the secondary. We get 4.13. Okay, so that says the coil is actually good, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So, which is a bad thing. So if we're back to the, I don't have. That's good, and that's in the 831 was in the range on that. So it's back down to the box. And I don't know any other way.
Broken or a burned wire or the box. I mean, that's kind of where we're at, I think.
So I need to.
I'd like to look up on that magnetic pickup again because there's there's conflicting information on that, I think. Your guy said one thing, I was told something else. When I looked it up, it was something different.
Yeah.
So I'd like to look that up again, and I'd like to bring my meter on and let's test it with both of them.
Okay.
Before you buy anything, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I also
I don't want to see
I
it.
also want to research that 6AL box and check how to check the signal from that box.
Well, so I said I don't have none of the things to talk
My
to.
thought on that is we can check that signal from there to there and make sure that it's right. If we're not getting the right signal there, then what we can do is false jump it. You know what I mean? Take a wire, just run it from in there to out here, and see if it does what it's supposed to do, and then that would tell us that it's in the wire. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, I'll look. Like I said, I don't know. I can check those wires. I trace everything down. When I started looking, first thing I did was trace all the wires back.
You can have a wire that's burning on the
inside and not see it.
Not see it. You know what I mean? Wire.
Damn, dude. I mean, it's just
tricky little bit
like that. I mean, just.
And a burnt wire kind of coincides more with what you're saying, honestly. If the wire burnt or broke or what have you. And we've had some crazy weather.
Yeah, was Dad thinking that it's the shop sweats so bad? You've been in here and see how wet, and there's a ton of plastic, and he doesn't understand why it sweats. But you come in here and literally wipe the water off your motor for when everything sweats. And it's,
let me do some more research. I want to check how to check that signal from the box. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, all I seen was where they were showing how to jump it right there with a test light. But as soon as I've been doing that. It blows it, instantly. It'll pop the bulb, but I don't know if that means it's getting over 12 volts over there. If that's
it can't get over 12 volts.
Well, it's because that's all I got. It's a 12-volt battery, but I didn't know.
The battery's dead on 12 volts. I checked it a while ago. It's dead on 12 volts.
That's what me and Dad, we started checking battery because that was the first thing it said with the MSD. If it has a low battery, it's not going to fire.
Low battery make them do freaky shit.
So we made sure the battery was charged, and like I said, I went to everything I can think of to check. And then you've learned a little better with the coil. You found out more about it than I was checking.
So I'm confident in the coil because, like I said, that came straight off the MSD website. That was verbatim for what that is. The setting on this was off. That was me. But, I think the coil's fine. We know we're not getting a signal to the coil.
Yeah.
So really you got 3 options there. It's the pickup, which
is inside the box.
Still may be questionable whether that magnetic pickup is bad.
The coil pickup,
a wire, or that box is gone bad.
Yeah. Damn. I hate thinking. I mean, it happens within that little bit of time, but I mean, the box is 2 years old.
Dude, that box has not got 5 hours of runtime on it. I mean, maybe. I mean, If it does, it ain't much more than that.
No, I mean, when I do drive it, I don't go far in town, loop back here.
Yeah.
It's back at the house within 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it has made, with that box, it's only made 16 passes with the box because we was running the,
grounds.
yeah, it's grounded to the, right here.
Okay.
There's a bolt that bolts to the cow right here.
Yeah.
And it's welded to the body. The stuff slides up on top of it, and it's bolted right there.
Okay.
I've checked. I went straight place. I went to grounds. I went to the battery. I went to grounds, and then everywhere else. I'm gonna cut this.
We need to do some more research and be for sure.
Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's try this one more time just to make sure, because everything I looked at, I even bought the right switch. All right, this is a fused spark tester. It looks just like a little spark plug. Y'all probably seen these right here. This is an inline spark tester. All right, it's a 90-degree bend. I bought this one in case I couldn't find this one right here. Because the one MSD ignition, the people on their videos that you look up for their troubleshooting, they're using this one right here. So I wanted to get everything they had. You can get this one right here. This is a Harbor Freight thing, $6. And then this I had to order from the parts house, and it was $17. O'Reilly. Right there's the part number. It is 7-05931. But okay, but I got spark. We just tested it. I have spark there. You seen the light on the box, right? So the light on the box. Let's watch this one more time. I know the light stays on afterwards. That's because you got to reset the box. Okay, so we're going here. Going to jump the 2 wires, which is going to be hard to do. I've seen of some people griping. Okay, you ready, Dad?
Some.
Yeah.
Now it's flashing.
Wait a minute. Is the key on?
Yep.
Okay. See, it's like just then it sparked, and it took me a minute to get it to spark. I don't know. I mean, it's coming because you can hear it, and you see it flashing in and there every time I touch, and that's what they say. And I don't know if it's intermittent and why I can't like touch here or there, but it did do it. I'm at loss. I mean, they're using a paper clip to make their joint. I don't know if it's maybe a break in my wire, but as soon as I touch the wire just right, it's get.
Same thing with that as you doing with this.
No, I got to reach down in there and touch it. I can't hook both wires in there to touch it. So I'm still, because I'm getting, like I said, we went through that and I got 831 out of this, and I still don't know if it's at loss on what to do here. Which one is off? I don't know. I'm stumped, y'all. Like I said, where I'm at, I can't. Changing the distributor out is the only thing I can actually think of to change anything different. I know I can't see what I got. Put that switch on over there, Dave, for me. Where we're at so far, I've rechecked, and we've rechecked the car. Turn the battery off to the tack light to stay on with the battery on. It's on, not on a fused. But we checked. We went over the distributor again. I mean, it's flashing each time, is it not, on the light?
It is.
And where we have it there, this is like our 3rd time doing this, just to make sure. Because we was having issues with this wire. Was when it's touching, not hitting. Then I got this little piece here. It's a piece of Bellin wire, and as soon as it goes in there, it's 3 exact times without no issues at all. I'm throwing spark over here, the box is lighting it up. So the only other thing it can be is the distributor. and I'm going to change it out. I was wanting to change it out anyways. I have looked at some lockout Avance, the vacuum Avance without it. So I think I'm just going to go on and get us a distributor and go that route, because I said I'm at loss. I checked and checked. Even the coil pickup on the distributor, when we checked it, it was 801 ohms, and then you know, if you look them up in the ohms range, you see from 300 to 1300 is working ohms, or 1500 to 1500 to 500. If you're hitting zero, I mean, you can keep looking things up over and over until you either find what you're looking for or find something that keeps telling you different. So I'm stumped. I've checked everything I think that I know to check, and my dad and me and James. So I think I'm going to go there and just go on and pick us up a new distributor and be done with it. So yeah, I think that's the best bet. All right, let me get my stuff cleaned up and see where we're at. All right, this is where I'm sitting at right now. The car gods hate me, so I'm dead in the water. Me and Dad, like I said, checked again. The coil's firing because I'm going through the coil. The spark tester lighting up every time you touch it with the little wire, the little clothespin wire that we made to hit it. So I'm confident that the MSD ignition box stuff is working. It's got to be in the distributor. So I'm just going to go on and order the distributor I want for this motor with a vacuum secondary locked out on it, because the distributor I've been using in this car on this engine, which is built different than this 350 that we used before. Now, because we raced this one first, had this one, well actually three. We went from the one in the floor to this one was the step up just to get everything mocked up with this 305, then I moved to this 350 here, and then we had the 400 finished up, and then it went in here. So that's where we're at. And I've never bought a good racing distributor for this motor with a lockout for the vacuum secondary. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on and just order a distributor and be done with it. And then it has all the, I'm going to order one that's got coil pack and everything, the new coil in it and everything, just like this one. So I have to change out, take the magnetic pickup out and hook up my MSD ignition stuff to it. But then it should just fire up. But if it doesn't, I still have the coil and the magnetic pickup and all that, and I just put it back to that way until I figure out if it is the MSD ignition shit actually is tore up. So if so, I will figure something out and leave it the other way and figure something out for a rev limiter. That's my main issue with that is the rev limiter part. All right, well, cool beans. Y'all see where I'm at. I'm dead in the water. I'm going to get a distributor and go on and order it now. So it should be here. I will figure Monday, Tuesday, and we'll get it thrown in that weekend we get it. I hope y'all enjoy. And if y'all have any ideas, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know. I'm no engine guru or none of that stuff. I'm just a dude out in the garage trying to make him a race car. So, all right. I'll holler at y'all taters later.